I did not.
What was the Shady situation like? As far as were you around when Griselda signed to Shady?
Nah, I wasn't around like that. You know what I'm saying? So the whole Griselda situation, the way that works out is that me and Benny had a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Benny was originally signed to my label before Griselda. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Name of the label?
Trust.
Trust.
That's what we hear on the records.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we on the record. So
Where's bro?
So
He left.
So, you know, we was doing our thing, and then I kind of fell back and shit, because, you know, I was in the streets and shit. And then, you know, Benny went, because those is family, you know what I'm saying? So we went, you know, they did their thing.
Right.
And I decided to start back rapping, and me and Benny just collabed and start working on music. I never really got a chance. Me and Conway, we had a relationship, but not like how me and Benny was.
Right,
Benny
right.
started off 15 years ago making music together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how our relationship started. We was making music together 15 years ago. So, you know, we had a relationship. Me and him got a relationship more than, it's not just me and the whole Griselda, it's more like me and Benny. You know what I'm saying? Specifically. You know
Just on some real nigga shit.
Yeah,
And then salute to Griselda.
And salute to Griselda, salute to everything they're doing, because them the niggas that motivated me to get out the streets and showed me, oh, niggas from up there could do it. Because before they did it, no one from up there did it. So when I seen them do it, and I'm like, oh shit, and my boy was over there, I'm like, bro, I'm ready to rap now. He's like, oh, word? All right, come on. And we put a tape together in 4 sessions.
You know who y'all should have been watching? You know who Upstate should have had their eyes on? Seriously? Like, my personal feeling? Atlanta.
But that's the blueprint he ran.
That's what I
That's
think.
kind of blueprint.
The same
Atlanta.
blueprint. They
Like,
ran the Atlanta blueprint.
But you gotta run that all the way through the ups and the downs. Don't forget that
He spent 15 years running that motherfucker.
Not that part. I'm talking about the part where you also where you feel slighted by somebody like Funkmaster Flex. Because in that energy, you have to remember one of the greatest bands of our genre, Outkast, highest selling all time. At one time was in this city, standing on stage at the Source Awards talking about, yo, the South got something to say. Them niggas felt super slighted. They felt shitted on, and they're one of the greatest ever. My pops used to say, if Jesus couldn't make it out of this life without scars, what makes you think you won't? You want to do something great, it's gonna come with some bumps and bruises.
That's a fact.
That's what I took with that whole, like, watching him be upset about Flex and the whole situation. I'm like, this is Outkast all over again. You're just going through what you have to go through to be great. Yeah, they not gonna give it to you. That was never on the table for you, and it wasn't gonna be easy because that was never a part of the deal. He know. Let me
ask you a question piggybacking off of that.
Yeah, you're following
Since you
me
mentioned
on
Flex
some
again.
shit.
Do you feel is a responsibility of somebody like Flex do you feel there's a responsibility of somebody like Flex to maintain or create balance within the culture?
Within the culture, no.
You don't? You think it's just radio all business?
When they
like,
hired him, did they say, "Yo, okay, we're giving you this job
not his
to
job,
create balance within the culture"?
Not his job wise, because we got a job, we get a check from this shit, but I still push the culture forward.
Is it our job to create balance within the culture? No, it's not. So it's nobody's job.
I think he does.
It's nobody's job.
I think he does though. I actually think Flex.
If you do that, you do that out of here.
I think he's found a way to create balance. It may not be what everybody wants him to do. You dig what I'm saying? It may not be the way a nigga on the outside watching a nigga with a Bentley and a Ferrari and a mansion. You on the outside talking about, I wouldn't spend my money like that if I was you. Like, there's so many other things you could be doing with that bread. Why the fuck are you spending it like that? Not knowing that each one of these things has a purpose. The Bentley gets him in this space. The Ferrari gets him in this space. The mansion, he needs the room because when he brings people from this space and this space to his house, it's got to look like this. You have no idea why these. I think what Flex does from the outside, issuing a challenge to a nigga like this, having Black Thought go off for 10 minutes straight. Shit like that, I think that's the vehicle. This is the day job. Y'all got it. I got to do what I need to do here.
But
no problem.
He finds a way to create some kind of balance.
I'm going to fulfill that role. But when it comes to the cultural shit, it may not look the way you want it to look. But here's what I can do. But
he found a way to represent it.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to respect him for that because exclusives was never really Flex's thing.
He didn't have to do it because he's never done it before.
I think it's important that the gatekeepers uphold the culture.
I
That's my
agree.
opinion.
I agree.
I do think it's a responsibility.
I agree.
But I'm not saying he doesn't take responsibility. I think he
No,
does.
I get it.
When you have Black Thoughts up there, you have niggas like SPESH and me. I air this shit out. He does put hip hop in the forefront. Just because he's not playing Griselda shit, I'm not saying he's not playing hip hop. I'm asking your opinion. Do you think it's his job or responsibility to uphold
I don't
that?
think it's his job. I think it's his responsibility.
I agree.
I don't think it's his job.
Because when you think about the actual business of radio, it doesn't give a fuck about that. It's just business, and I get that. But you are the leader of the forefront of the culture. Hip hop is the voice of the culture, the voice of the youth culture at that. So it's like you can't ignore that shit. And I ain't gonna front. I remember I had a one-on-one convo with Ero, and he said, "No, this sounds crazy, Graph, but I'm not here to push music."
Yeah,
He said, I'm here to sell commercials. He said, I'm not dissing the music. I don't give a fuck about the music. He said, if I can keep your attention with birds chirping, I would do that because I got to sell commercials. I don't give a fuck about the music. What I heard is I don't give a fuck about the culture, but he said the music. But I understand, business-wise, he don't care about the music. And I get it because he has a job. His job is to sell ads.
Right.
But then to sell ads, you got to keep people's attention. And he don't give a fuck how I got to keep your attention. My job is to do this. So I get it. But in that, you can lose the culture, which we lost for like 10 motherfucking years playing Future in New York City for 10 years.
We're trying to blame a radio station. It's not the radio station.
I'm not blaming anybody.
If there's any responsibility,
I'm pointing out shit.
If there's any responsibility on keeping the culture, I feel like there should be a natural evolution for every artist who comes up, becomes successful, to put somebody else on and run that same chain.
That would be amazing.
That'd be great.
I think that's the responsibility that we're really missing out here. You feel what I'm saying?
To some degree,
because
yeah,
if people is getting played
on.
in those buildings, they never put nobody on. And they've been getting played for damn near 20 years.
That's a fact.
But maybe they don't want to
feel what I'm saying?
But maybe they don't want to deal with the responsibility of putting somebody on. That's pressure too. I gotta get marketing, promo. I gotta blow you up. If you don't blow up the way that you think that I should have,
then it's his fault.
Job, then it's his fault. Sometimes people want to stay out of harm's way.
We imagining all the ways it can't work. We can't do that. We don't agree with that.
We have to another rapper. We have another rapper.
I'm gonna be a little biased because I'm.
You are biased. Thank you. You're biased. Thank you.
I'm gonna root for the artist all the time.
We have Punch City, and I sit right there.
He sat right
there. And we had to ask
why did SZA blame? Thank God the artists make the money.
Hold on, but remember SZA blame.
Thank God the artists make the money.
But SZA blame.
They lose the money too.
For her record,
thank God they make it.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
They lose it too.
Right.
With all these business people around, nobody would have a dollar without the artists.
That's a fact.
But people love to talk shit about the artists.
Fact.
But do you understand?
They love to talk
People
shit
make
about
more
the
money
artists.
than the artists.
But they wouldn't have a dollar without the artists.
Yo, Clark Kent came up here and said only 4% of rappers make it. 4%.
And he said that's
So
a
that
high
means
number.
96% somebody's losing money.
I love
That's
Clark.
why everybody, we can focus on the couple of people that's making money, but it's mad rappers out here.
Right.
Mad deals. You know, niggas sign niggas to write them off.
That's a big fact.
That's the whole thing. I'm gonna give you a deal so I can write this off on my taxes as a company.
Right.
So I can keep the lights on another year.
Yeah, so niggas, it's the people that are making them, look, the people that are making it seem like it's a larger number than what it is.
Right.
Even with the success that y'all are having independently, it's not a lot of y'all. That's why y'all are standing out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're dealing with. If everybody had money, if I was for sure Math was gonna make it, MECC was gonna make it, and HYNAKEN was gonna make it, niggas will pull out the grip right now and say, yo, whatever it takes to make these guys make it, because I know that they are, let's get
it's a
it.
gamble.
But the actual fact is, I have to add 7, maybe 8 more rappers to put money into them to ensure I'm gonna get one. That's the business gamble. And that's the model that they're going based upon.
And then
but here's the thing.
Go ahead.
You don't have to do that. You got artists that's figuring out how to do it without everybody else.
Bro.
15 years.
15 years.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Because now it took him 15 years, but he's gonna put on somebody who's been doing it in half the time. And they're gonna put on somebody who's been doing it in half the time. And eventually, that's gonna be the trend.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Half of 15 years. Let's
7, right there, minute.
I'll be generous and say 6.
6.
I'll be generous and say 6. A company will go under in 3.
Yes.
These niggas,
in two.
these niggas here, boy.
There's
no hope. There's no hope for none of you,
They'll
niggas.
go under in two.
There's no hope. Your company's gonna fail. Your 7 rappers will never get nowhere. It's just hopeless, nigga.
Lay your brains
Give
down
up,
right now.
nigga.
Quit, lay your brains down. Quit right now. Go, hey rapper man, go back to school.
Just off this show alone, there's 1,000 niggas trying to start a show right now. Rapper How man. many of them
Because
gonna
they're
make
getting the
it?
education.
Rapper man.
No,
No,
they're
how
gonna
many
make
gonna
it. They're gonna make it because they're being
1,000 niggas
educated.
gonna make it.
They're gonna make it.
I got a
They're
question
being
for
educated,
I
bro.
just got a question for the
1,000
rapper man.
podcasts.
Let me just ask the rapper man one question. You got 15 years to do this. You're gonna risk going to jail to do this because he didn't hit the block. He didn't put his life on the line to do this shit. Niggas got ADD. Niggas are not sticking to this shit for 15 years. Niggas are trying to do this shit for 1 to 2 years.
Niggas is gonna fail.
If it doesn't
Niggas
work,
is just
nigga.
fucked up.
This is what's
Stay in school,
going
kid.
on.
Bruh.
Stay in school.
This nigga's from a different era. Look at how he dressed.
Oh my God.
Fuck are we talking about? He from a whole other era.
Yo, let me tell you something.
We talking about no front too long developed era, nigga.
I don't.
What are you talking about?
Look. No, let me tell you something. You believed you could do it?
Facts. I never stopped.
You did it?
Facts.
I believed I could do it.
I did too. I ain't gonna
I
hold you.
did it.
You know what you got
You
in
believed
common?
you could do it? Hold on. You believed you could do it?
100%. I did.
And you did it. There it is.
They all believe that.
Hold on.
All of them say that. Every last one of them
But
niggas say the exact same
but
thing.
that's a good.
They all do it.
Bro, I can't, my nigga. I can't.
It's
You know why
over.
they made it?
I can't.
The same reason all of us made it. Resiliency.
It's over.
Resiliency.
It's over. He took his shit off.
That's it.
Son, can you please start coming to shows? Cause these niggas hate rappers, and I'm the only rapper in here. And I be feeling it every time I walk in here. These niggas hate rappers, bro.
Do y'all feel like we hate y'all? He's so thick. He's so exaggerated. Ain't nobody hating nobody in here.
It's like a funeral when I play music in here.
Every last
Ain't nobody
one.
hating
Niggas say that.
Yo, it's just every show.
That's hilarious.
Go find me
done
the
it?
rapper
It's over?
who thinks he's not
Damn,
gonna
it's
make it.
12:30?
Find me the rapper who thinks he won't make it. Find me the one who thinks
Oh,
he's
no, let me
trash.
say something. I gotta say something else. Gotta say something.
Wait. Finish. Wait, hold on.
Matt.
He done. He walked. He
Hey,
walked
look here,
off.
look.
We need to get some air.
Hey, look here, man.
Mic'd up.
We gotta get Matt Hoffa for a motherfucking seatbelt.
Yo,
He just
yo, this nigga. Yeah.
quick moving dude.
There's a jacket just here.
He's going. It's like, I didn't see him. I didn't see his body, but I seen his jacket just fall.
Hey, make sure y'all go get 7 shots, man. It's out right now.
Yeah, we gotta
Make
promote
y'all
shit.
go and get that, man.
His album just dropped. 7 shots. Shit's fire, nigga. I keep it a buck.
Shout out to
I
Rochester,
ain't even-
where this man is from.
Fact.
Everybody rapping up in Rochester. Shout out to y'all niggas. And
Fact.
make niggas get y'all a radio station and put pressure on them so y'all can create your own fucking vibe.
Let me say this. I didn't get to it. My next album is produced by this man.
Oh!
Right.
We didn't even get to the meat and potatoes. What
I
the
know.
fuck we here to talk about? We talking about all kind of shit.
Right.
But that is the
We
promotion.
just dropped the single.
You don't even have to do that.
The song just came out at 12 o'clock with GRAFH and Gigs, produced by 38 Special.
You
Let's
heard?
go.
You heard?
Bow. You know what? Once y'all get the 20 million hits and they go stream y'all shit, yo, I like to eat at Mr. Chow's, niggas. Word. That's all I got to say.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends leave earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard.